Hafa day, everybody. Thanks for starting your day the KUAM way. You are watching Fit AF, and we are live in Tumon, just outside of the PIC Resort along Tumon Road. With me is the managing director and the organizer, managing director, founder of Guam Sports Events, Mr. Ben Ferguson. They coordinate every year the United Airlines Guam Marathon, and that's what we're here to talk about. We're here at the Runners Oasis. Tell me about the Runners Oasis.
Yeah, so this was really a natural progression for PIC. We quite often would see runners, people like Leo, who's joined us today. Thanks for coming out, Leo. Starting and finishing their run here. And we, of course, always have this beautiful building banner up here on our parking garage. And so it was really a natural progression for us to want to create something that would make the runners feel welcome here at PIC. We've got a great parking facility with plenty of parking. And we always wanted to be able to encourage runners to start and finish their run here. We also wanted to support the local art community, and so PIC has quite a few murals on the property that have been done by local artists. And so when RIMS reached out to us with the idea that we could have Austin Domingo and Christine Baghdad come out and do a mural for us that was specifically oriented toward the run, we of course jumped at that idea. And what you see before you is this amazing mural that they've created, and this is what we call our Runners Oasis, complete with a shower right over there on one of the columns of the garage, which we encourage runners to use as well.
Well, you know, the UGM, it brings thousands of runners, not just from Guam, but all around the world. They come here and they participate either in the 5K, the 10K, the half marathon, or the marathon. But one of the things I like is the Hafa Day Expo. It kind of like kicks off the whole event.
Does indeed.
Right.
Gets things going. Yeah, no. Yeah, so the Hafa Day Expo starts on the Friday before the event. So this year it will be April 12th. It kicks off at 11 a.m. and goes until 6 p.m. on Friday. And then on Saturday it kicks off at 9 a.m. and goes until 5 p.m. The Hafa Day Expo has a lot of different components to it. There's entertainment and there's music on stage. Obviously, that's your sole source for picking up your race packet. There are no race packets available on race morning, so you must go to the expo to pick up your race packet. But exciting news this year, Sabrina, is that we have got what we're calling the UGM Big Draw going on. So the UGM Big Draw is a raffle for our resident runners. We are giving away $25,000 in prizes, generously donated by our event sponsors, and those prizes will be given away to runners as they pick up their packets. So we will randomly select resident runner bibs prior to packet pickup, and then as runners register and pick up their packet, they will know whether or not they won one of these great prizes. So that's going to be a lot of fun, and I think it's going to add a lot of excitement to the event. So we're really, really pumped about that.
Right, and that's just one of the incentives that you guys have for the runners. You also have a Runners Perks program, right?
We do, yeah. That's called Eat, Shop, Run, and that will launch concurrent with our press show, which will happen on March 14th. And so that's a program whereby we work with local retail and food vendors to provide discounts to registered runners of the event. And so you can show the proof that you've registered for the event, and these great retail partners will provide you with a discount. So that kicks off on March 14th. Details of that can be found by downloading the United Airlines Guam Marathon app.
What other new features do you guys have for this year's marathon?
Well, you know, so we are working very closely this year with Unified and HOTSA. Those two great training facilities have put together training programs for runners. We're also working very closely with Gatorade this year. They're starting hydration stations. The first hydration station started this week, and so runners that are running here in Tumon will be able to participate in that. And then, of course, you know, event weekend, as we get closer to the event, we've got some changes that we don't want to give you right now, but just know that runners will see something a little bit different when they go down there on race morning and when they finish their event.
Well, you mentioned hydration stations. I've participated, walked, you know, the 5K during the UGM, and the water stops, just the energy on the streets. It's just so nice to have all these people encouraging you. Tell me about some of the partners that you guys are going to have this year. Well,
you know, our event really involves a lot of people. To be successful, we work with all of our governmental agencies, or most of them anyway. We also work with obviously all of our event sponsors, but we also work with a lot of different individuals in the community that are able to come out and support the event at the race course and at the finish line. So I think really the thing that makes the event special, number one, is that there's 4,000 runners in the event. half of those runners come from off island. So they come in for the event. These are tourists. They're coming in to run the event. So it gives our local runners an opportunity to mingle with runners from off island, which in my mind is like super cool. But the other thing that's special about the event, as you mentioned, is once they get out on the race course, they've got all of these we have 14 aid stations. We also have cheering stations as well. So once you're out there, you're really supported quite well by people from the community. All told, we probably have 700 people that work the event on race morning.
Wow, so that's a lot of
a lot of bodies out there, a lot of bodies, in addition to the 4,000 runners. So yeah, a lot of people out in Tumon and in the rest of the island, all the way down to Big Navy at 3 o'clock in the morning, which is when the marathon starts.
This is the 8th year, right? 8th year of the UGM?
7th year.
7th year of the UGM. What's been and you've been helping for all
Indeed.
7 years.
Yeah, that's right.
What's been your favorite part, or what is your favorite part of it?
You know, I think as an event planner, and I think most event planners would probably answer that question the same way, it's seeing everything come together on race morning. I mean, it's kind of, it's analogous to being a wedding planner. You know, you plan for months and months and months for this one special day. That's really the special part for me, is that we are able to see this thing come together on race morning and see the joy in people's face as they go down and they see all of the activities and everything that's going on, and then being there when they finish and watching them finish. This year they're going to do a finish line dance. We'll talk about that, or one of these guys will talk about that, and then make their way down to the beach and do what we call is the Tumon dip. You got to take your shoes off, put your feet in the ocean. That's when you have officially completed the event. So seeing all of that is really quite humbling as the event director.
And also not just putting your feet in the water. It's actually like a really huge party when you're finished.
It is indeed. It's a big party. We call it the post-race beach party. And so we have a lot of people that go down on the beach and provide opportunities for photo ops. And so everybody that's been down to our magnificent beach down there can see that it's just a great photo backdrop. And so we encourage everybody to come out and take photos of that. But we also have a live band that performs. Crystal Paca was a part of that, last year. And so that's a big part of it. There's, of course, the food vendors that take part. All of our sponsors have booths down there. And so, yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a great way to hang out with us after you've done the event.
Well, we're going to continue the show. We're going to have some of the training ambassadors and fitness partners talk to us after the break. Is there anything else you wanted to mention?
No, not at all, except that, as we go to the break and as you come back from the break, please, whatever you do, make sure that Leo does his finish line dance, because I've told that he's got something amazing in store for us.
All right.
All right.
Well, keep it here. We're going to take a look back now at UGM 2018.
What I'm always impressed about when I come to Guam, and this United Guam Marathon is just such a great example of that, is just the whole community spirit and the big family, a United Guam family, and this is just a major part of that family.
It's just amazing to see the marathon grow year after year. This is the 6th year, and it keeps getting bigger and better. And this race really encompasses everything that Guam's about. It's really bringing together visitors and our local people for a world-class event. And it's the best thing that we do every year.
Hi, I'm Molly from Taiwan, and this is my first time international running. I wish everyone good luck and good luck for myself.
I think this year's event looks awesome. I see a lot of participants from off-island, a lot of locals like usual, and it's one of the main premier events on island, and we're all very excited.
日本と違って周りの応援の方々が頑張れ頑張れって言ってくれるところ、気分も上がってアップダウン激しいけど頑張れました。 入らせていただいたんですけど、もう魚がやっぱり日本とは全然違って海きれいでいろんな魚が見れてすごい素敵でした。
僕人生で初挑戦フルマラソンを走ったんですけど、グアムの皆さんもすごい応援してくださって、はい。
We just want to thank everyone that was a part of this major event, from the organizers, the sponsors, and most of all the runners that come and participate year after year.
UGM 2019, see you there!
Good nutrition and hydration throughout the training.
What tips can you provide?
I primarily CrossFit, so I do a lot of strength training, and then I run 2 to 3 times a week.
And so you're with Unified Training, right? The partnership that you have with UGM.
Yes.
Tell me about some of the programs.
So we have an endurance program. We have our regular CrossFit programming, and then we have our endurance running club that is going on until the date of the marathon, half marathon. So it's 2 days a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. They'll meet in the evening, and then on Saturdays they meet early in the morning, and they run different parts of the course. So they'll meet different places on island, and they generally do it by time as opposed to distance, so that everyone can start and finish together, because they have people of all ages participating. So you have 19 all the way up to about 65. So everyone has a different run pace, they have different run goals. Some of them are just walking 5K. So it's really fun, and it's brought the community together. Not everyone is a member at Unified, so it's really fun to bring other walks of life in and kind of have that commonality, that common interest.
Nick, you started training?
I did. I started, yeah. Yeah, so I do a lot of weightlifting throughout the year. So now I focus a lot more with legs and strengthening there. And throughout the week, I try and do 2 or 3 times, running a couple, 2 to 3 miles. And then on the weekend, that's where I start with 4 miles, then 6, then 8, then 10, building up until we get closer to race day. And of course, I run onto the 6 o'clock evening news set every night. So I try and make the most of that. I try. Yeah, I'm running there.
Well, speaking of training and warming up, can you guys share a few, maybe some stretching tips or warm-up tips for our viewers?
Yeah, basic stretches, just to make sure that your legs are stretched. But before you do any stretching, you want to do a little bit of a warm-up. So maybe just do a 2-3 minute run back and forth just to get your muscles and body warmed up, because you don't want to stretch on a cold muscle, because then that's where an injury happens. Even just for stretching, you can get injured. Yeah. And then after you did the warm-up, then just do simple stretches, just for your thighs and your legs. And switch both legs, do that. And then of course your hams.
And also sometimes people they tend to bounce. Is that something?
Yeah, no, you don't want to bounce, because you don't want to bounce the muscles, stretch the muscles in a bouncy kind of way. So you want to go slowly down as far down as you can, and then hold it for a couple of seconds, and then from that you slowly work your way up. Same thing, then switch your legs and do the exact same thing. And then,
Oh man.
then the key is just to hold it down. You know, you're not bouncing, you're not going like that. You just hold.
Why not the bouncing? I'm sorry.
Because it tends to pull you can injure the muscles that way. It's almost like taking off running, shocking the muscles without stretching.
It's trauma.
It's trauma.
Yes.
All
And
right.
the basic stretches. That, leg, switch, and then the calves is very important because you'll be using that the whole running. So do your calves
my
stretch
favorite.
as well.
Why is this one your favorite?
Rose, my calves are very tight and cramp a lot. So even randomly throughout a run, I tend to stop and have to, if my calves are cramping, I'll find something and kind of
Because
sit back.
the muscle, the calf muscle is the one that's mostly used from start to
Yeah.
finish. So if you don't stretch it enough, you either get cramping or get injured or get fatigued much faster.
And that's my calves when I run are the worst. I mean, typically I can make it and not have any issue, but when I do, you can do that without a wall as well, if you don't mind. So you can just stand and kind of just pull your toe up and just sit back, and you'll feel it start stretching in your legs. So if you can't find a wall or something, you need to just stop, lift your toe up towards the ground.
What do you guys do when we're out there and we're running and then you cramp up? Some people, most runners, especially newbies, they'll cramp up on their sides or just wherever. Any tips to get past that to continue with the run?
Slow down, start stretching.
Breathe.
Breathe, yeah. And the key to that is preventive as opposed to reactive. You want to prevent this, so you want to hydrate. Make sure you hydrate. Days prior, make sure you drink a lot of liquid. You know, the thing is, don't drink too much where you're gonna urinate everything, including your vitamins. Because too much urinating is not good because you're gonna drain yourself of all the vitamins. So just drink enough liquids on a daily basis and make sure you hydrate the night prior to the race. That's preventive measures. But if you do start cramping throughout the race, slow down, stretch that muscle if you need to, and then slowly get back into it. Don't worry about your finish time because then you're going to be forcing yourself and it's going to be cramping even more.
And it could be slower. Yeah.
All right. Any final comments?
Come and meet us over here every morning on the weekends. Enjoy the beautiful facilities that BIC and TSC has built for us. We have the showers, the safe parking lot, and nice benches. Just hang out, meet everybody, meet new friends. It's a good place to start your run.
All right. You know, Ben was mentioning earlier there's what is it? The final dance, the finish line dance. Finish line dance. All right, come on. Let me see it. Let me see it.
Well, depending on the music that day, I think I'm probably just going to come in and be so happy I'll just start doing the jumping jacks and everything. You know, because most people, because you can still do that after a marathon. So it's like, yep, I still have power.
Yeah, you really gain all that adrenaline right as you're coming around the corner, right? It's like all of a sudden, oh, didn't we just, feels like we just started.
But make sure the camera is on you after you're done because you probably could be need to sit down.
You got a finish line dance?
I just try not to fall on the floor.
Right.
Well, they have the cameras there, and we all know that I'm very introverted, so I'm just trying to like get past everybody. So I'll just smile and wave. I've done like a leaping dance move a few times, but there's never a dance. It's whatever is going to keep me going that way.
Yeah. Moving forward. I don't have anything planned. I mean, I guess I can just do whatever Victorious does or everyone. But
this one.
What is that? Can you really run across the finish line doing that?
Probably not.
Probably not.
You can do bells. Can you kick your heels?
Yeah, of course.
Both of them sit there.
There
See, just start doing a couple bells.
You never know.
All right. Well, thank you guys. And thank you so much for watching. We're warmed up and we're ready to go. We're going to go for a quick run. And make sure to check out United Guam Marathon.com for more information about the race, which is scheduled once again for April 14th. I'm Sabrina Salas Matanani. You've been watching Fit AF. Bye!